Namaste, this is Nutan Manohar for Lebanese. Let's discuss how can I get my child to engage, to immerse their entire brain into the subject that they are studying. So to begin with, let's speak about focus and concentration. To be honest, if the child is not able to focus or concentrate, please do not chastise them. Instead, try to help them develop the habit to focus. We never ever get the chance to learn how to focus. One way about it, a simple playful technique for it could be that asking your child to touch their fingers as they breathe. So it's called the finger breathing technique. So what you need to do is slowly go through your hands. So inhaling, take the finger up and exhaling very slowly down. Inhaling up and exhaling slowly down the finger. Inhaling slowly up and exhaling slowly down. Inhaling up and slowly down. Inhale up and slowly breathe out and down. Often this little practice of just 5 breaths starts to help them focus and center. In the next practice to improve focus and concentration, what you could do is a little game with your child. Sit side by side and imagine that you're going to be thinking about maths. And while you're thinking of maths, you can imagine a beautiful golden globe, a ball of light. Very clearly, when you switch from this thought, a stray thought gets into your brain, or you think of the past or the future or something unrelated, you would end up dropping the ball. Mentally, of course, it's not a physical thing. So, all you need to do is sit with your child and practice this over and over again. And see how long you can retain that ball of light in your mind. Once you practice this for, let's say, the topic of maths, you can easily use the same technique to get the mind to focus for various other topics. That brings us to how do I get my brain to engage in the present moment. The brain, the mind engages when you use more than one of your senses. So when your child is studying, make sure that they go for handwritten notes, that they write the things that they learn. They do not have to write an essay, but they need to scribble down what is it that they understood. Various studies indicate that writing it down on a device, a digital device, is not at all effective, almost half as effective as writing it down with your hand. And especially when it comes to complex cognitive thoughts, where they need to take this information and apply it, compare it, contrast it, then kids who did handwritten notes actually had an advantage. Second being light, visual. Personally, I love the yellow light. So if I have a bulb, a candle, it literally indicates to me that it is time to study. Somehow personally, I do not do well with LED lights, especially the white light. So check which is a light that your child really loves and use that over and over again to ensure that they understand that whenever this light goes on, it is to get the mind into a focused state. If possible, get the child to sit in a location where they can actually have the view of the horizon. So maybe they can look out of the window, or maybe you could even have a poster which gives them a feeling that they're looking really far. Whenever the eyes are at a short distance, what happens is that the child starts to experience stress in a bit. So whenever you give the child the opportunity to look far, they start to relax, the brain starts to relax, and therefore they can do better. Personally, I cannot stop emphasizing on the importance of scent. Lavender, frankincense, camphor, various scents which has been connected to spirituality is also the scent which tells your brain to focus and immerse itself in the present moment. So see if you can buy some very good quality essential oils and use them to cue the child to get into the mood to study. Many books suggest that the child should wake up early in the morning and immerse themselves in studies. But possibly this does not apply for your child. So try and understand at what time does the child's mind be at its best. Try to ensure that your learning happens then. I often say that you should start with something fun so that your brain feels, okay, I'm ready for this, and then move for something difficult. So switch between fun, easy subjects and then move to things that are more challenging for the child. This way there is less fatigue. And finally, like I always say, all this has to become part of the routine. When it becomes a habit, the results are exponential. With this, I want you to think about getting your child to engage their mind and senses into studying. Let me know after a week how this experiment goes. Thank you.